Hi everyone, it's Delaney and I'm back with another art video for this week. So this week we're going to be making paper flowers, this time with straws, and at the end they'll look something a little like this. They kind of look like umbrellas too. So what you're going to need construction paper, a straw, you'll also need tape, scissors, and a pencil. So gather all your materials and we'll get started. Alright, so let's get started. So the first thing that you're going to need is a piece of construction paper. I have two here, and I chose purple, but you can use whatever color you like. You also need a straw, which you can later cut to be shorter. You'll need a pencil, some scissors, and you'll also need some tape. If you have double-sided tape, that would be great, but there's an easy fix if you don't have that. So our first step is going to be drawing a bunch of circles on our construction paper. And what I did, I cut out a little guide circle that I can just trace onto the paper so that it'll go a little quicker, but feel free to just free draw the circles. But if you want them to be around the same size, then you can make one circle, cut it out, and then just use it to trace the rest. So I'm going to do this and fill up both of my sheets of paper, but feel free to pause the video as I speed this part up and unpause when you're ready to move on. Alright, so now I've filled both of my pieces of construction paper with some circles. As you can see, they're both filled out. And now my next step is going to be to take my scissors and cut them all out. So again, I'm going to speed up this part of the video, but feel free to pause it and then unpause when you're ready to move on. All right, and now that all of them are cut out, they should look something a little like that. Yours may be bigger or smaller depending on how big you made your circles. So what you want to do now is we're going to take one of the circles and we're going to fold it in half right down the center like this. So just so that you have a nice like half circle shape. So just right down the center, fold it in half. And then once you have this in half, you're going to fold it down the middle again so that you have a quarter of a circle shape. So you're just folding it in half again, like so that you have this little corner shape. And once you have that done with your first circle, you're going to go ahead and move on to the next circle and do the exact same folds. So you'll have that little corner piece there, you'll set it off to the side, and then you're just going to take your next circle and do the same folds. So you're going to fold it in half. You do upwards to the side, however, fold that in half like so, and then down the middle again to the side so that you have a quarter of a circle shape. And you don't want to unfold these, you want to keep them nicely folded like that, and you're going to line them up together like so. And once you have more of them, they'll start to make a circular shape that'll look kind of like an umbrella or a flower, however. So you're going to do this fold pattern with the rest of your circles, and I'm going to speed this part of the video up, but as always, feel free to pause the video if you need more time and unpause when you're ready to move on. Alright, so now we've got all of our circles folded into these corner circle shapes. And now what we're going to do, we're going to tape them all together to make a circle pattern. So what you want to do, you want to take a piece of tape, and if you have double-sided tape, you can just stick it on and then place the two together. But if you don't, you can take a regular piece of tape and then fold it inwardly so that the two ends meet and stick together, like I'm doing here. It's a bit tricky if your piece of tape is a bit small, but just fold the two ends in so that they stick together. So you have this little roll of tape and it'll be sticking on both sides. And then what you want to do, you want to put that piece of tape on one end of one corner circle shape, and then take another one and then press it together like so. And then when you have those stuck together, it'll look something a little like that. And what you want to do, you want to just keep redoing this pattern. So taking a piece of tape, if you have to fold it, folding the two edges in so that it becomes double-sided and sticky on both sides, like so. You're going to stick it to one end of your circle. May take a couple tries, but that's okay. You're going to stick it to one side, you'll take a new piece, and then just press them together like that. So you're going to be doing this until you have a complete circle, or just keep adding on pieces until you have a nice shape that you like, and you can stick your straw down the middle. So I'm going to speed this up a little bit, but feel free to pause the video and then unpause when you're ready to move on. Alright, and then once you have a nice circle shape that you like, to connect the two ends together, all you need to do is take a piece of tape, put it on one side, and then fold it together and press the two ends together. So you'll see I'm taking a piece of tape, folding it so that it's sticky on both sides, and then I'm just going to place it on one end and then just wrapping it around so that the two ends of the circle are now stuck together. So now that those are lined up, you now have just one circle, and you now have this nice dome shape. And now we're going to add the straw to the mix. So you should have a small hole right in the center of the dome. So now you can just poke the straw through this, and you'll see that it kind of goes straight through and it doesn't quite stay. So what you can do, you can take some tape, and this could be a bit of a bigger piece of tape, that's fine. You're going to fold it if you need to so that it's sticky on both sides, and then just put this on the straw so that you now have tape around one end of the straw. And then what you want to do, you want to just gently push it back into the hole, and then once you have it in a spot that you like, just press around it so that the straw will now stay right there. And now you have your dome on the straw, so it looks kind of like a flower or an umbrella. And If the stem of it is too long, you can go ahead and take some scissors and then just cut off any excess end that you don't want. And if you want to, you could also take some of the extra corner circle pieces and make another flower / umbrella. But if not, then you can just set that off to the side, and now you have a completed project. Alright, and we're done. As you can see, this is how mine turned out. They kind of look a little bit like flowers, but they could also be umbrellas depending on what color your straw is, and yours may look a little different depending on the color of construction paper that you decided to use. So like always, go ahead and rewind the video if you need to rewatch steps, and be sure to post a picture of your finished projects to the art folder because I'm really interested to see how your projects turned out. So until next time, I'll see you next week with another video. Bye.